Hi everyone, and welcome to today's live event. In today's event, I will share with you how to manage your emotions successfully. And it's important for us to manage our emotions successfully, right? Otherwise, they can control us. And when our emotions take control of us, we can make poor decisions because great decisions come from our mindset. But our emotion sometimes come from our heart that can overwhelm us, that prevent us to see what we need to do successfully. So, like for example, fear of failure. Fear is an emotion. Okay, so when you experience fear, that's just an emotion. That does not mean that you're gonna have a negative result in your life when you experience that emotion. It's just that fear develops when you try to do something new, but does not mean that you're going to have a negative result. And it's important for us to control that fear, right? Otherwise, if you allow that emotion of fear to control you, then you are unlikely to take action. But life success is about taking action. The more action you take, the more success you would have. And that's why it is so important for us to learn how to control our emotion. And remember, our emotion does not determine our success or our failure. It determines on your action step and the way you think. And that's why it's important for us to learn how to control our emotion. Otherwise, our emotion will control us, and then we won't have the success that we want in life. And so you want to learn how to trust your intuition, do the right thing, use your logic thinking, and not based on your emotion. Okay? So another example would be like smoking. As a young kid, we want to be accepted by others, right? And sometimes to be accepted by others, we have to do things that are the same as others, such as smoking, peer pressure. So in this case, being accepted is an emotion. But you know that smoking is not a good thing for you. That's logic thinking, right? So in this case, you have to use your logic thinking. Okay, I cannot smoke because that is not the right thing to do. You cannot let your emotion of acceptance or being around other people to control you to make the right decision. Okay? So if you allow your emotion to take control of yourself, then again, it's hard for you to make the right decision to help you become successful in life. Our emotions are like fogs. Like when you are driving in a foggy weather, it's hard for you to see the street clearly, right? And it's hard for you to drive. And the same with our emotion. We have so many emotions in ourselves. And though sometimes our emotions are like fogs that we can't see clearly on what we need to do to become successful. And that's why we have to learn how to be stronger than our emotion. Otherwise, our emotion will take control of us. Okay? But when you are able to control your emotion, you will control your life. So in this case, in today's event, I will share with you some tips how to manage any emotion successfully, the foundation to manage your emotions successfully. And then in the second half, I will share with you how to overcome certain strong emotions, such as fear, grief, love, and loneliness. Okay? So let's get started. Some of the foundation tips to help you overcome your emotion. First, you have to understand is that you develop your emotion. Okay? Your emotions are from within you. And anything that is from within you is your responsibility to manage it. It is not about the outside. Okay? So like for example, we encounter many situations that people are in the same situation, in the same environment, but why do some people develop positive emotion and why do some people develop negative emotion, even though you are in the same environment or in the same situation? The reason why people develop different emotion in the same situation is because we control our own emotion. Okay, so depend on how you respond to the situation, that will determine your emotion and what emotion manifests within you. Okay, so like for example, if you have a positive mindset, you mostly respond to the situation in a positive way, which means you will develop positive emotion. However, if you have a negative mindset, then most likely you will respond that situation in a negative way, which means you will develop negative emotion. So in this case, all depend on you. Okay. So, and another thing is when you have a positive mindset, you are more likely to see things as positive. And if you have a negative mindset, then you are more likely to see things as a negative. Okay? So in this case, all depend on you. Your emotion is your control. And when you can see that and when you can take responsibility for your emotion, you will have more personal power. You will have more strength to control your emotion, to manage your emotion, and not let your emotion control you. Okay, but if you blame or complain about the outside for your emotion, then you take that personal power away. That is it's them that is controlling your emotion. But the key to understand is that your emotion is your responsibility. No one creates your emotion except for you. And when you can see that, then you are halfway to manage your emotion successfully. Okay. So the next way to help you manage any emotion successfully is to understand it. Understand why your emotion manifests. Okay? So like for example, sadness. When you are sad, you want to understand why you are sad. Who is making you sad? What is making you sad? What triggered your sadness? Okay, and the more you understand why you are sad, then the more you can see it clearly to help you make better decisions, to help you manage the situation successfully. And another thing to help you see your emotion more clearly is to write it down. Write down why you are sad, what makes you sad, who is making you sad. And when you write it down, the brain can see it more clearly, the reason why you are sad. And the more you can see something clearly, the more you will understand. And the more you understand, the more you can come up with better solution or better ways to help you manage your sadness or whatever emotion that you're experiencing. Okay? So like for example, if you have anger, you want to write down what makes you angry, who's making you angry, what thing is making you angry, okay? And the more you understand, the more you feel better about it. Because a lot of time, we develop negative emotion because of lack of understanding. We don't understand why things happen. We don't understand why people do certain things. And the more you understand, the more you feel better. Even though you might not agree what the outcome is or what people are doing to you, if you have a good understanding of why they do that, you feel better. And when you feel better, then you won't feel so angry or feel so sad when those negative emotions manifest. Okay? And so understanding is important to help you see the situation clearly, to increase understanding, to help you see what you need to do to improve so you won't have that negative feelings, that negative emotion again in the future. Okay? Understanding is important. The next thing to help you manage your emotions successfully is to take advantage of it. Which means, yes, when you experience your negative emotion, it can be difficult, right? But that negative situation can help you become a better person, can help you transform into a better person, personal growth. Because when you experience something and it's taking over you, strong emotion. And when you experience strong emotion, that is an indicator that something or whoever that thing or people is that's giving you that strong emotion is important to you. And the reason why you develop that strong emotion because it's important to you, which means it gives you a better opportunity to understand yourself. Okay, I experienced that strong emotion, which means that person is important to me. It's just that we didn't understand that person successfully. Or what that thing is, that thing is important to you. That's why you experience strong emotion, which means it gives you an opportunity to increase self-understanding, who you are, so you can make better decisions in the future. Which means that strong emotion is give you the opportunity to learn, to grow, to do better. And which means whenever every time you learn and grow and be better, you are becoming a better person. Which means that is an advantage. Okay? So in this case, when you have negative emotion, okay, it gives you opportunity to understand yourself, help you make better decisions in the future, help you make better decisions in the future, to help you become a better person. And that is the advantage of understanding your emotion, of not allowing your emotion to take control of yourself. When you do not allow your emotion to make negative negative decision, or if you allow your emotion to help you become a better person, then that is an advantage. And that is one of the best ways to help you learn and grow through your negative emotion or any positive emotion that you experience. Okay? So another thing to help you understand to manage your emotions successfully is that it will never go away. Okay? The only thing we can do is manage our emotion. Because as human beings, we have emotion. Okay? We have to accept that. And the only way to manage our emotions successfully is to understand that it will never go away. Because it's a part of you. Yes, we will experience easy emotion, difficult emotion, but the only way to overcome that is to learn how to manage it. And another great thing about being a human being is that you have the ability to manage any emotion successfully. Okay? It does not matter what happened or whoever's in your life or how people are treating you or what is happening from the outside. You have the ability to overcome it successfully. And that's the great thing about being a human being. And you can. But you have to believe in that first. Okay? You have the ability to control how you feel and how you approach things to help you experience more positive emotion and less negative emotion. Okay? So those are 4 foundations to help you understand your emotion, to manage your emotions successfully. Okay. So next, I'd like to share with you some of the strong emotion that we all experience. And if we don't know how to manage those strong emotions, it will take the best of us and it will make our life very negative. Okay. So the first emotion that I would like to share with you how to help you manage is fear of failure. Okay, fear is very strong, and that's why a lot of people have a hard time taking action. But the thing to understand is that, like I said, fear is just an emotion that just manifests automatically when you try to do something new. Okay, or when you start to step out of your comfort zone. So when you try something new, 2 things happen. You will develop a positive emotion of success, and you will develop a negative emotion of fear. Okay, those 2 emotions will manifest when you try something new. But the reason why we develop fear is because of for our protection of survival need, or to make us keep us surviving. Because when you try new things, you are taking a risk, right? When you try new things, you're taking a risk because you can fail, right? And when you fail, that's not a good feeling sometimes. And when you fail hard, right, and you don't know how to overcome it, then it can impact your life negatively in a strong way. And that's why we develop the fear. So it protects us. Because if we don't have fear, we have that no protection, then because if we sometimes take risks that is not calculated and there's no fear, you can take the action and then you can fail miserably and then your life will be negative. And that's why we have the fear. Okay? But if you learn how to take good risks, okay, learn how to manage your plan successfully, even though your fear is still there, you will have good risk, and that is what you want. Okay, and so that's why even though fear is still there, that does not mean you're gonna have a negative outcome. Fear will always be there to protect us in case we make not calculate risk, but fear will always be there. Okay, so in order for us to manage our fear successfully, it's all about taking action. Okay? The more action you take, the less fear will decrease. And again, if you do not want, failure to happen, then it's all about you. It's all about your preparation. It's all about your learning and effort. The more you plan, the more you learn, the more you put effort in, then the less chance fear or failure will develop, right? And so in this case, the first thing is you want to focus on the positive first, okay? Remember, every time you start something new, you will develop a positive with success, and you want to focus that as much as possible first, okay? Because the more you focus on the success, the less your mind is focusing on the fear, okay? So that is the first step to help you decrease that fear. Second, you want to create a plan as soon as possible. Okay, and then the moment you have a plan, you want to take action. And the planning is where you decrease risks that are not good for you, right? So you want to create a plan and take action immediately. The more action you take, the more fear will decrease. Because why? Because when you are taking action, the brain cannot multitask successfully. Okay? When you are taking action, then the brain has to focus on taking action. The brain is not focusing on the fear as much. And the more action you take, the more you distract the brain from focusing on the fear. And that's why in business, there's a term called fear, action conquer fear. Because the more action you take, the more the brain is focusing on your action, which means the brain is not focusing on your fear. And that's why the more action you take, the more fear you will, the less fear you will experience. Okay? And another thing is that in today's 21st century, you can become successful in anything. And that's the great thing about the 21st century with the internet and the advanced technology. There are countless of people who show you how to do something specifically, how to become successful. So it does not matter what you want to achieve. There are millions and thousands of people are presenting information for you on the internet, books, training to help you become successful in the same thing as them. It just all depends on your effort level, on your ability to go out there and learn to become successful. So in this case, it does not matter what you want to achieve in life. You can become successful if you are willing to put in the effort and plan it out, okay? And so the more you put learning and effort in, the more success you will become. And then it will decrease that fear. Okay, and also remember that if someone can become successful, so can you. Okay, why can't you? I mean, successful people are average people like anyone else. It's just that they are willing to put in the learning and effort to make their success become successful, and you can too. It all just depends on your self-belief. Okay, and another thing you want to focus on is that you rather take action and fail than have the what if inside your mind. Okay? Because life is about moving forward. As long as you can move forward and learn and grow, then that is life success. So when you take action and you fail, okay, when you fail, it's teaching you where to move forward, where to learn and grow to move forward. And that is life success. But if you don't take action and you have this what if inside your mind, then you're not taking action. And if you're not taking action, then where will you know to learn and grow? And then you'll be stuck forever in the same situation. And being stuck, and that is not living in the present moment. And that is not moving forward. And if you're not moving forward, then that's not life success. So it's important to understand that you rather take action and fail, because it will give you opportunity to learn to move forward. And life success is about moving forward, okay? You rather fail than have the thought of what if inside your head, okay? And that's important. So when you can understand that you can become successful in anything in life, and you can, then you start to take action, it will decrease your fear. And always understand that you will rather fail than have the what if inside your mind. And when you can have that two component inside your mind and reinforce that daily, then you will all have the ability to move forward, and the fear of taking action will decrease. That will motivate you. That will decrease your fear of failure. Okay? So that's the first emotion. The second emotion that I would like to share with you how to overcome is grief. Grief is when you are losing something, right? And grief is not just about people. It's not just about relationship, when you lose somebody you love, but it's also about things, and also about your pets, right? When you lose your pet, or your pet die, then that is grief. But also it's about something that you want to have that you can never have. So like, for example, let's say that you fall in love with someone that is unavailable. Let's say that you fall in love with someone that is married, and you love them so much, but you can't have them, right? That is also grief. You losing something that you can't have, and that is also grief, okay? The reason why we experience grief is because we missing the positive experiences, like someone you love and die. We grieve because we can't have positive experience with them anymore, right? We miss that positive experiences, and we believe that that positive experience with someone or something is so great that we believe that we won't have those positive experiences anymore with anybody else except the people or things that passed away, and that's why we grieve. Okay. But to help you overcome your grief, you have to develop the abundant mindset. According to the abundant mindset, there will always be new opportunities out there for you. Okay, better things, better people, better experience will always be available to you. No matter how great your past experiences are, you can always have better experience in the future, and that is true. Okay, your life is not limited to certain people, to certain things, to certain experiences, okay? And another thing to understand is that no matter how great your past experience is, or no matter how great you did in the past, there will always be something in the future, a better person out there for you, a new experience out there for you that is better than the past. And it's true because as you learn and growing, better things will always be available to you. And it's important to understand that. And that is called the abundant mindset. Okay? And so when you believe that, then you are more willing to let go the loss that you have so you can move forward to experience better experiences, right? Because if you don't think that better experiences out there for you, then you hold on to the old experiences. But if you believe that better experiences out there in the future, then okay, I want to experience better experiences, right? And then you will let go. But if you don't believe it, then that's why we hold on to the people that we love. We grieve because we think that those are the best experience and we won't have any more. But that is not true. Okay? But the thing is, the experiences that you have in the past, that doesn't mean you don't be grateful for them. You be grateful for the past experience that you have. Okay? The past experiences will teach you, help you form to become a better person in the future. And that's why we want to be grateful for the past, for the people that we have with, the things that we have in the past. Those experiences help us become a better person, help you understand yourself better. So in the future, you can have better experiences. You can seek out better people. You can seek out better things to help you have better experiences. Okay, so we want to be grateful for the people that's in the past, for the thing that's in the past, for the experiences in the past, so we can have better experiences. That means we don't forget the people in the past, but we give them we be thankful for them, we are grateful for them, we appreciate them in the past, okay, to help us become better, to help us seek out better experience in the future. Okay, because if you always hold on and believe that you won't have better experiences, then you can't let go. And then you will always experience grief because you don't want to let go of them. But with the abundant mindset, you always believe that better experiences will always be available to you. And with that understanding, with that mindset, you are willing to let go, move forward, continue to live so you can experience better experience in the future. Okay? Another thing to help you, see that positive experience still exists is to be around people that you love. The people that are still alive, that are still in your life. Friends, family, acquaintance, or anyone that you enjoy being around with. So when you're around with them a lot, then you can realize that, okay, I can still have positive experience with the people that is currently in my life, okay? And you don't want to distance yourself from people when you lost somebody, okay? Because when you distance yourself, then how can you have positive experience when you're distant yourself or you are away from other people? The only way when you can experience and believe that positive experience can still be available is when you're around people, the people that you love. Okay, and then also the people that you love can give you support and comfort, and to help you believe that okay, I can have better experience in the future, and that is important. Okay, because positive experience will never go away. Okay, it just depends on, do you believe in it? Do you believe in the abundant mindset? Okay, the stronger your abundant mindset is, the more you believe that, okay, I can have better positive experience in the future, and that will help you let go. That will not help you hold on to your sadness, to help you continue living, to live better, to a spirit better. Okay, and that is important to understand. The next emotion I like to share with you is the love emotion. Okay, this time back the love, but this time love emotion is your current situation in the present moment. Okay, because to find someone that you love and you want to spend the rest of your life with, that is have a very big impact on your life. Because when whoever you live with, okay, they will have the most impact in your life, positive or negative, depending on how positive or negative that person is, right? But sometimes love can be so strong that can consume us to be in a relationship that's not a good fit for us, because love, the emotion love, is very strong. Okay, and that's why there's a term called love is blind. You know, when we love somebody, it could blind us to think logically. Okay, so like for example, when that love emotion take control of yourself, you avoid the red flags in somebody. You know, when you love somebody but they have certain negative qualities that are not good for you, but you avoid those negative qualities because your love emotion is taking control of you. And when you avoid negative red flag and you know that's not the right thing to do, to be with that person, that mean, and you still want to be with them, that means your love emotion is controlling you. That your love emotion is so strong that you, even though you see the red flag in other people, but you can't avoid, you still accept the red flag, and that means your love emotion is controlling you. And you don't want your love emotion to control you, because you will not make the right decision, right? And that's why there's a lot of people in abusive relationship, because their love emotion is controlling them, and they just let the red flag away, and then they tend to get abused and neglect because that person is not treating them successfully. And that's why it's so important for you to learn how to control your love emotion, to help you think logically, to be with the right person. Okay, because when it comes to a successful relationship, there are two things. Yes, love is important, but also the effort that need to be there. Okay? So when love is mean you want to spend time with them, right? To understand them, such as their strength, talent, their likes, their dislikes, their value and belief, their personality. And when you understand them, when you be around them and you understand them at a deeper level, that's how you build a connection with others, right? And the more you spend time with others, the more you love them, because you understand them. The more you understand a person, the more you love them. And that's the human connection, okay? And that is something we do as a human being. But a successful relationship also require effort. Effort means, how do the other person treat you? Do they treat you well? Are they honest with you? Do they respect you? Are they loyal? Are they mature? Are they caring? Are they treating you in a positive way? And that is called the effort that need to be required on the other side as well. Are they able to help you overcome challenges and treating you well? And that's the effort that we need to put in, okay, to make a relationship successful. Love is just spending time together and just understanding with each other, but the effort is how you go through life together. That is the term the effort, and we need love and effort together to make a successful relationship. Okay, otherwise if you just based on love and the effort is not there, the other person is treating you badly, but you feel strong emotion, then that's not a successful relationship. Because if they don't treat you well, then they will abuse and neglect you, and that is not a successful relationship. Okay, and another thing is that love is easier to develop. Okay, but again, love is easier to develop because all you need to do is spend time with them. The more you spend time with them, the more you love them. Okay, but that does not mean that it's the correct person for you. Okay, it's the harder aspect is the effort. Okay, it's the taking action. Effort requires taking action, right? And if you care for somebody, then you're willing to take action. But if you don't really put the effort in, then you're not caring for them and you're not putting the effort. And that's why effort is also important to increase that caring, that honesty, that respect, and that loyalty. Okay. And that's why our emotion build up a lot quicker than our effort level. And that's why we have to learn how to control our emotion and not let our emotion control us. It is the effort, okay, that you want to pay attention to how you treat yourself and not let your emotion control you. Yes, we still want to feel that connection. That's part aspect of it. But also the effort of how they treat you is also important to make that strong relationship. Okay, the effort is the logic thinking. Okay, are they treating me correctly? Okay, you can love anybody. People can love anybody, but it's just the effort that they put in. Okay, and that's where the logic comes in. You want to make sure the love and the effort are together. Okay, and not just your emotion. Okay, if your emotion is just there but the effort is not there, then you won't have a successful relationship. Okay. Hey, remember, you deserve the best, both love and effort, how to make a successful relationship. You cannot settle, okay? Because, like, again, if you have a negative relationship and that person is negative, they will impact you the most. The people that spend time the most with you will have the most impact on you, either positive or negative, okay? And if you have a negative person in your life, then they will impact you in a negative way, and you do not want that, okay? And another thing to understand that you would rather be alone than with a negative person. Okay? Being alone is not a loner. Okay? Being alone, that could indicate that you are a strong person and not allow the other person to treat you negatively. Okay? And another point to understand is that you will go further in life by yourself than with a negative person. Okay, even though being by yourself you can get things a little bit slower, but being with a negative person it will take you even a longer time, because with negative energy it will be difficult for you to further in life. Okay, so you rather be by yourself than with a negative person. Okay, you cannot let your emotion of loneliness or feel like I need to be in a relationship to make my life successful. Okay, and be strong alone is important till the right person come along. Okay, that give you love and also effort, because you deserve the best. Okay, so the last emotion I'd like to share with you is loneliness. How can we overcome loneliness, right? And sometimes it's difficult to be on your own, because like, again, as a human being we want to connect. Okay, we are social creature, which means we want that connection with others. Okay, so when you feel lonely, that means your connection with others, with community, society, the world is missing. Okay, because again, we want to connect. Okay, and we lack the connection. That's why we feel lonely. We are connecting with others. But there's a lot of time where people have a lot of people in their life, but they still feel lonely. Okay, so it doesn't mean that you have a lot of people in your life and you will not feel lonely, because you can have a lot of people, but if you're not connecting with them, then you still feel lonely. And that's why there's a lot of people that still have a lot of people in their life, but they still feel lonely, because the connection is not there. Because human beings are about connection. Okay, you have to build connection to create a sense of belonging. Okay, so in this case, I will share with you six different forms how to build a connection to decrease that loneliness. Okay, so first, when it comes to your family, okay, because your family, you live with them, right? And the people that you live often, you want to build a connection with them. So in this case, when you are within your family, you want to add value, contribute. The way we have to feel a connection, belonging with anybody or anywhere, you want to contribute and add value. Okay, and you want to use your strength and talent to add value, right? So like, for example, within your family, every time your family have meetings or discussion, you want to be part of it. Okay, you want to raise your voice, you want to share your suggestion, share your idea. Okay, you want to be heard. Okay, even though your family might not agree with you 100%, because that's not impossible, right? But as long as you share your concern and value and being heard within the family, you still feel connected. because your family hear you. And when your family are a part of you, then you feel connected. You feel belong in your family. And that's why sometimes kids run away, because they raise their voice, they share their concern, but the family never hear them. They're never a part of the family discussion of and meeting, and that's why they don't feel belong, and that's why they run away. But you want to try your best. Okay, express to your family your concern, your value, your belief, okay, and be heard and raise your concern. And when they can see and understand and see that you care, then you can start to build a connection with your family, a sense of belonging, okay? You want to work together with your family to improve the family structure, and the more you are part of it, being part of the family structure and part of the family discussion, then you create a sense of belonging, okay? Create a sense of connection, and that's what you want. And then it will decrease your sense of loneliness. Okay, so that's one aspect to help you decrease loneliness. Another way to help you decrease loneliness is within your social group, friends, school, church, community, or even at work, or whatever social group you are a part of, okay? So in this case, you have to add value and contribute in those social group, right? So you want to make sure you use your knowledge, skill, strength, and talent, and add value, whatever group you are in, okay? So like, for example, in a friendship, in a group of friends, you want to make sure you share your concern, you want to be heard, right? But if you are just a person that just sit there and listen, and don't have anything to share, then you feel left out. You're not part of the group because you have nothing in common with them. And when you have nothing in common with them and you're not sharing your value and belief with them, then you feel like, oh, I have no common, I don't feel belong. And when you don't feel belong, then you don't feel that sense of connection, okay? And then you feel lonely. So even though you have friends around you, but if you are not belong and not contributing within that group of friends, you still feel lonely, okay? So you want to make sure that you speak up, okay, and share your concern, and share your opinion, share your viewpoints, okay? And also, you want to be comfortable saying yes and no to them, right? Because there's a lot of things that you might not agree, and you want to learn how to say no. By saying no, you are expressing your viewpoint. By saying no, you are expressing who you are. And your friend should make you feel comfortable to give you the ability to when to say no and when to say yes. Okay, and when you have that ability and be comfortable saying no and yes, then you feel belong. Okay, you feel like, oh, okay, I can share my opinion, I can share my perspective without, being turned down. And that is important. That creates a sense of belonging within your friends. Okay? And also at work, work is another place that you want to also be heard. You want to make sure that every time there's a meeting, you want to express yourself. You want to share your concern, your skill and talent, how you can bring value to the company. Because if you're not bringing value to the company, you feel like, oh, I don't belong here because my strength and talent is not supporting the company, right? And so you want to see how your strength and talent can contribute to your company. But if your value and your strength and talent is not contributing to the company, then there's not a good fit for you, okay? So every time you don't feel belong in any group, okay, at work, school, a friend, then that means you need to find a new group of friends. You need to find a new group of work, of people to be around with. Because no matter how much you be around with the wrong group, you will not feel belong, and then you will also always feel lonely. And do not be afraid to let go of your current group and find new group, okay? Because there are countless of group out there that you can belong, okay? There are unlimited of group out there that's waiting for you to be accepted and belong. It's just, are you willing to let go first so you can meet new people? And again, if you are a great person and if you have strength and talent, there will be people, there will be groups that are willing to accept you. You just be willing to put in the effort to find new group of people, because there will always be people that are willing to accept you. It's just, are you willing to let go of the group that doesn't fit you to find new group? Okay? And so that's another way to increase your sense of belonging, to decrease that loneliness within you, okay? The next way to decrease your loneliness is contribute to your community, okay? Because you are a part of your community, right? Your community consists of people, right? Without people, then there's no community. And so you are a part of your community, okay? So like, for example, if you live in an apartment complex or in your neighborhood, you want to make sure you add value in your apartment complex or in your community to feel a sense of belonging and comfortable, okay? So like, for example, in your community, you want to feel that when you walk around, you don't feel afraid. When you are feeling afraid, that means you don't belong there. You don't feel comfortable there. Okay, that's why you're afraid. The reason why we feel afraid because we don't know who's in the community, and we're afraid that someone will jump us or rob us because we're fear. But if you get to know the people around you, then you build connection with them, then you won't be afraid because you know them, right? Because you build a relationship with them. And so that's why in your community, you want to make sure how you can use your strength and talent to build connection with others. Okay? And when you start to build connection with your community, you will start to feel that your sense of belonging at a bigger level. Your community is at a bigger level, right, than your friends. And when you start to build a connection with your community, you will start to create a sense of belonging that is so great in the world and society that it will be one of the strongest sense of belonging that will not decrease your loneliness, that will not increase your loneliness. Okay? So here's some tip how to build a sense of belonging in your community. Daily or weekly, walk around your community or your apartment and see what is happening, what activity is happening. Get to know people, build a relationship with them. Okay, the more you know, the more you understand, and the more you understand, then you feel safe. And when you feel safe, then you feel like, okay, I belong here. Okay. And a great thing is that you want to make sure you build a relationship with other people, right? Because community is about people, right? Without people, then there's no community. So you want to learn how to build a relationship with the people in your community. Be friendly when you see people. Introduce yourself. Create small talk. By doing those three things, you start to build a relationship with others. You open up to others to build a relationship. And the stronger your relationship with others, you will feel safe, right? Because you know that others will support you. You know that you're in a safe environment because others will support you when you need help. And when you do that, you create a connection and create a belonging with those people within your community. Okay? Another way to contribute to your community is small acts of kindness. Whatever things that are needed in the community, put in the effort to do it, to improve it. Yes, you might not get a 100% result, but if you put in your effort in, do your part, you will build a sense of connection with your community, okay, a sense of belonging. And if you see a piece of trash that you can pick up easily, then do it. By doing those small acts of kindness, you are like, okay, I'm part of the community. I am contributing to my community. And when you contribute and add value, it will build a sense of belonging and connection, okay, and that will decrease loneliness, okay, because when you care for your community, you are caring for yourself, right? Because again, remember, your community is you. You are part of the community. When you care for your community, you care for yourself. And when you care for yourself, you feel valued, you feel appreciated, and that will decrease your sense of loneliness and increase your sense of belonging, okay? So this leads to the fifth way is you want to see how you add value to society and the world at a bigger picture. Okay, and when you can add value and society at the bigger picture, that is when you create life, meaning, and purpose. And when you have life, meaning, and purpose, that means your belonging in the world, your connection in the world is so strong that you will never feel lonely because you have the world to support you. You have the world to be connected with. And when you connect to the world and society at a bigger level, then you will have this meaning and purpose always within you that you will never feel lonely because you have the world backing you up, okay? And then that's how you start to fulfill your full potential as well, okay? So whatever your strength and talent is, you want to start out small. Okay, start out small, doing small things in your own way, and then the more you learn and apply, then you can start to apply it in bigger way. And the more you do it in a bigger way, the more you can contribute in a bigger way, then the more life, meaning, and purpose you will develop, the more a sense of belonging in the world you will feel develop. Okay, so here are something to help you get started, how to add value to the world and society. look at the world and society and see what is missing. Okay, what need to be improved, and then you want to see how can you use your strength and talent to fulfill that missing gap. Okay, you want to learn new ways to fulfill that gap, and the more you fill that gap of something that's missing, the more you create a sense of belonging. Okay, and if you do not know how to apply your strength and talent successfully, then do some research. Okay, do some research to see out who is doing similar things as you, who have the same strength as you, who have the same talent as you, and see how did they apply their strength and talent to contribute to the world and society, and then see how can you do the same thing as them. Okay, and even though you might not see the result instantly when you contribute to society and the world, but that's okay, because it all comes down with a sense of belonging. If you truly do your best, okay, in using your strength and talent, you can still feel a sense of belonging and contribute if you do it successfully. If you are truly put the effort in to apply your strength and talent successfully, you will still sense a sense of belonging. You feel like you're worth it. Okay, you feel like, okay, I'm doing a good thing, even though you might not see the result instantly, because the way we feel about ourselves is not really about the result, but it's how much effort you put in. Are you sincere in putting your effort and learning into using your strength and talent to contribute to society, to make an impact in the world? Okay, and when you can do that, you feel like you are worth it. You have something bigger to live for. When you have something bigger to live for, you feel like my life is worth living, right? Because I'm doing a great thing. And when you're doing great thing, that means you're looking forward to living life, and feel like you are not alone anymore because you have something bigger. You have something can contribute. And when you can feel that, you will never feel alone, because you feel a sense of a strong connection, a stronger belonging in the world and society, and that is something you worth living for. Because when you feel lonely, is because we are not adding value. Okay, and when you have something bigger, you will never feel lonely. Okay, even though you might do it on your own, even though you are contributing to society and the world in your own strength and talent on your own, but you will never feel alone because you have the world backing you. Okay, you have this giant world supporting you, and that is the biggest aspect, okay, of a sense of belonging and a sense of connection to a greater cause. Okay, and then this lead to humanity. Okay, when you have something great that you can contribute to the world and society, you want to leave behind a legacy, right? A strong legacy that, okay, my life is worth it, and that's humanity. You want to connect to humanity in a big way. When you die, you can still say, oh, I did a great job of leaving behind. You did a great job of contributing to society and the world, and you have a mission. The way that you contribute to society and the world is your mission. Your mission is a life, and the great thing leaving behind a legacy is that your mission will never die. Okay, you want to have a mission that is so big that when you die, someone else will carry on your mission. And when someone else carry on your mission, that means you are alive forever, and that is living behind a legacy. And when someone carry on, that means you will never gone, because someone is continuing your work, and that is a great legacy. And that's when you contribute to humanity in a big way. And you want to do that. And when you can do that, you feel alive. And when you are alive and you have that mindset and believe that I can leave behind a legacy, and when you are alive, you will develop a strong connection with everyone and everything in the world. Okay, now not only with other people, but with things and with society at a bigger level. Okay, and when you can feel that, and when you believe that you can leave behind a legacy when you are still alive, and when you pass away, then you'll feel a sense of connection, of belonging in the world. Okay, and you will never feel alone, because like again, you have the world, you have society, you have humanity backing you up. Okay, and supporting you. Okay, and that's one of the great things about being a human being. Okay. And the last thing to help you contribute and add value more successfully is you want to learn how to connect with yourself, right? You want to have a good understanding of yourself, because if you don't have a good understanding of yourself, such as your strength and talent, then how would you know what to contribute, right? To add value to your family, friends, society, your community, and the world. So in this case, you want to learn how to build a strong relationship with yourself. And the more you understand yourself, you can make better decisions on how to add value, okay, to everything and everyone. Okay, so you want to learn, always constantly learn to become a lifelong learner, to learn new things about yourself. Like again, the more you can understand yourself, the better opportunity you can add value to others, okay, and to contribute to others. And when you can truly contribute to others successfully in your own way, you start to respect yourself. You start to care and love yourself because you realize that, oh my God, I have all this strength and talent. I can add value. And when you can see that, then you start to appreciate yourself because you can see that you are a great person and great potential. Okay? So always learn how to improve yourself. Take care of your body, mind, and spirit. Spend time with yourself. Okay? Enjoy your own company. Learn more about life, society, and the world. And when you can understand all that about society, the world, and yourself, the more you can contribute, okay, to become a better person, become a better person to improve your community, society, the world, and the people that you're around, your family and friends. And when you can do that, you will have a great connection with everyone and everything. And then you will feel a sense of belonging and connection, not only with your family and friends, but at a bigger level. And that is what you want. And that will decrease your loneliness to a point that you will never feel lonely. Okay? And so I share a lot about different ways to decrease your loneliness, right? With your family, friends, work, your community, society, the humanity, and yourself. So you want to apply, contribute to many ways as possible, and not just only to your friends or your family, but you want to apply as many ways to your community, because the more you apply and contribute at all level, then the more you feel a sense of belonging, right? And the stronger it is, the more lessly you feel lonely. Okay? So another way to help you decrease that loneliness, to counteract that loneliness, is to create more positive emotion, right? Because when you have more positive emotion, then you will counteract the negative emotion of loneliness more successfully. Okay, so some of the way to help you create more positive emotion is to, again, create meaning and purpose, create meaningful goal that get you excited and motivated to wake up every day, to go out there and do things to help yourself and others, and looking forward to do them daily. Okay, meaningful goal, or goals that have no destination. Okay, goals that you can do for the rest of your life. Okay, no destination, because as long as you are alive, right, you want to keep doing things that are meaningful. Okay, that give you purpose, and if you can do that daily, then you will create a sense of belonging daily, which means you will never feel lonely. Okay. So you want to see which kind of goal that you can use your strength and talent that you can do daily. Okay, and when you can do daily, again, then you will create a sense of belonging daily. That will decrease your loneliness. Okay. And also another thing is that personal development, and I share a little bit about that already. You want to be stronger. Your emotion is your emotion, but you can be stronger than your emotion. It depends on you. Okay? You do not want your emotion to be stronger than you. You want you to be stronger. And personal development is the key. Learn how to become a stronger person. Learn how to build your characters. Learn how to increase your self-esteem. Learn how to increase your self-confidence. Learn problem-solving skill. Okay? When you do all those things, then you become a stronger person. So no matter what kind of emotion manifests, you can learn to control it, because you know that you can think logically. Okay, and not allow your emotion to control you. A lot of times we allow our emotion to control you because we are not strong enough. We are not clear enough. We cannot think clear enough to make better decisions than our emotion, right? If our emotions are stronger than you, then your emotion will take control of you. But if you are stronger than your emotion, then your emotion can't control you. You are in control of your emotion. And then you will start to believe in yourself that I can tackle anything. Okay? And when you are stronger than your emotion, you will feel great about yourself because you can make better decisions. Okay? And then you increase your self-worth. Okay, I can do this. Okay? So when you are becoming a stronger person, you will master your emotion. You will not let your emotion control you. And then you will be in control of your life. Okay? So that's the end for today's event. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you next time.